guys, this is Napoleon. Napoleon is my bearded dragon. He's pretty cool, and that's his dinner sitting in front of him. He eats crickets and little worms like these called mealworms. He also is supposed to have a large amount of his diet being fruits and vegetables. Unfortunately, he really doesn't like it so much, although we've gotten him to eat kale and peaches. Those seem to be his favorites. He is a reptile, and I'm going to give you some more information on a reptile and what they do. He's called a bearded dragon because he's got all this extra skin right under his neck there. You see how it kind of gets black? If he wants to show somebody how big he is, he can puff that up with his breath and make it bigger. Now, he's a boy dragon, and boy dragons tend to live by themselves in one area with lots of girl dragons. He would be from Australia, and he'd live in an area where there aren't a lot of people because he likes things that are very, very hot. He is cold-blooded, which means that he has to get his heat from where he is. So if he wants to get warm, he has to go in the sun or sit on hot rocks. And if he wants to get cool, he has to move to where it's cool. And that's how he deals with his environment. He's not all that excited about being filmed, obviously, because he's not being very active. The other cool thing that he can do is he can flatten his whole body so that if an animal sees him, especially an animal like a bird, he seems way bigger than he is because he can flatten himself so he looks like a pancake. His name is Napoleon because he used to be a little guy who thought he was really big. Now, he's just a big guy with the name Napoleon. All right, well, I was hoping he would eat for you guys, but he doesn't seem to be interested, or he's camera shy. I'm not sure. Let's see if we'll give him a minute. We'll see if he'll start eating. Will you wave some in front of him? Maybe he'll eat some. Okay. Well, there we go. So his tongue come out. Okay. Oh, yum. Don't you guys want to eat some worms? He probably likes the crickets best, although he has to have big ones now. The little ones are actually too fast for him. He prefers to eat bigger snacks, but these worms, they don't go very far, so if he's interested in eating, he'll eat a bunch of them. He has a pretty decent sense of smell, so sometimes when you're trying to get him to eat something new, if you put it near his nose, that's when he'll start eating. I know he's hungry. Yep. He's probably going to have to go in his cage. Inside of his cage, he actually has 3 different kinds of lights. He has a light that makes things really warm. He has a light that makes things kind of warm. And he has a light on the other side that makes things kind of cool. And that's how he regulates his temperature. And when he gets really, really hot, he actually can go underneath his rocks. He has rocks that he can go underneath, and that's what he would do if he was in captivity. If he was not in captivity and actually living in his native area of Australia, which is primarily rocks and a lot of different sand. He's the color he is because he's from an area that's rocky and sandy. And he's considered a fancy dragon because he has these beautiful markings on his back. So this is Napoleon, the fancy bearded dragon. Bye, guys.